Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 2020 Oceania Olympic Qualifiers Continental Championships. This is the lead round. My name's Philip. I have been hosting with you all day today, and I'm ably joined by Carly LeBreton. Really happy to have her join me, as I'm sure all the Australian and New Zealand spectators are aware. We've had a bit of a wrench thrown into our weekend with a bit of a COVID outbreak in the last couple days in the northern beaches, a suburb relatively far away from us, but it did create some challenges around potential domestic travel restrictions, which means that we're running the event on a bit of a skeleton crew.
Yeah.
So really happy to have you join me, Carly, for this. Carly, you're the head route setter for the event.
Yep.
Looking after all the setting. How has that gone for you?
Yeah, it's been a great 3 days lead up. We've had a pretty experienced team, so it's gone pretty smoothly. The guys on the team just work really well together. They kind of go off, do their own thing, come back as a team, and it's been really good.
Yeah. You're, of course, I think, one of, if not the most experienced setter in the country. I think, doing it for so long. I remember when I first came to Australia setting nationals with you.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's quite a while ago.
Yeah.
And just being in awe of how efficient you are as a setter and the quality that you're able to put up really well, really
Thanks.
quickly. What's that been like? Having set so many comps in Australia, and how have you seen this sort of setting scene in Australia change over time?
Yes, yeah, it's grown a lot. Yeah, we're going, especially in terms of like holds and volumes and the level as well.
Mm,
I think definitely the level of the difficulty of routes and boulders that we set
mm,
is definitely different from 10 years ago, I reckon.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we're seeing the women starting to preview their route. They're on that yellow route on the left pillar. Can you tell us a little bit about that route and what they're looking at the moment? And we can move through the middle
Yeah.
section as well
Yeah, so the
as you talk up.
women's qualifier was set by Corey
Mhm.
on a really nice set of holds. That moves through like a kind of a crimpy section at the start, a little bit techy, goes up into the steepness of that profile.
That's in that midsection.
Midsection, yeah. Go through some nice big open hand pinches to a little bit sketchy feet. Starts to step up a bit in grade, and then you get into that final head wall section, which is quite steep.
Yeah.
Up on that wall, and they're quite small holds.
Any particular cruxes that you're going to keep an eye out to see how the competitors move through?
No,
or
I
is it
wouldn't
pretty
say this
consistent
route
through?
is cruxy. Yeah, I reckon it's gonna be consistent. We're not gonna see too many rests, hopefully, and yeah, hopefully it's sustained rather than cruxy. Yeah.
The men are out previewing their route too, so that's the purple route moving through those blue volumes on the right.
So this is set by Alistair.
Awesome.
And going for the same thing. It's not going to be too cruxy. Just going for long, pumpy, sustain. They might get a bit of a rest up there in the route, but they've just done a lot of climbing, so the feet aren't too good up there.
So that's the roof section on the
roof
purple
section,
route.
yeah.
Bit of a traverse to the moving out right.
Yeah. It does. I think it does step up towards the final lip there and the overhang. So it's going to get a little bit of crux up the top there.
Yeah. Obviously this year you maybe haven't seen all the competitors compete. I asked Corey this question earlier. How have you managed like judging the difficulty of the climbs, maybe not having seen the climbers as much as you would have in a normal year?
I think because we had nationals last year, and we had them on these walls. That was a good gauge from then.
Yeah.
And also we had our state boulder championships 3 weeks ago. So we got to see them climb upstairs on the boulders.
Oh yeah. That would have helped to
Yeah,
get their
it does
level.
help, yeah. And like Instagram, Facebook, and everything helps
Oh yeah, I'm sure,
gauge
actually, yeah.
where they're at, yeah. And they've all been training in here the last few weeks, so you can definitely sit down and watch them and
Oh, it's super
know how
handy.
they're going.
Let's take a look at the results from the previous round. First up, the ladies. And so it's important for the viewers to see when they're looking at this ranking, they'll see the overall rank. So that is the multiplication of their ranking from the previous 2 rounds. And as the lead scores come in, their provisional rank will be included in that rank. So it can be a little confusing to follow exactly what in this score, exactly what they're done in the lead round. But clear lead here from Osh McKenzie from first place in speed and boulder.
Yeah.
What do you think she might be able to pull out on this yellow route?
Yeah, I don't want to put my bets out there, but yeah, I think she'll do quite well on this route.
Yeah.
She's sitting pretty good with 1 and 1. So if you know your times tables, she's pretty good.
Yeah. I remember from the 2019 nationals, it was really the lead discipline where Angie and Oceania Mackenzie were the closest.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you think Angie's going to be able to put some pressure on Osh?
I think so. Yeah. I think this route should suit them, both of them, and probably a couple of the other climbers as well.
Yeah.
So we might see a couple of tops.
Yeah. Lucy's another one, I think, who's such a experienced comp climber, especially in the lead discipline.
Yeah, she's good on rope, I think.
Yeah.
And I don't think she saw herself too good upstairs this morning, so
Yeah.
I think she's going to really focus on...
Make a bit of gains in the
Yeah.
lead discipline. Yeah. Any other competitors you think we should watch out for on the lead discipline?
Yeah. Siobhan has been in here
She's
training
had a
as
great
well.
day so far.
Yeah, I think she could do quite well on this route. And
Real neck and neck with Siobhan and Ella. So
yeah.
So this
I think all the girls are gonna come out and give this route a good crack. Yeah.
Let's take a look at the men's results. So a bit of a battle of the toms.
Yep.
At the moment. Sorry about that lens cleaning going on the camera there, but hopefully help make that picture a little bit clearer. Bit of a battle of the toms at the moment.
There is, the tom battle.
Yeah. But maybe Tom O'Halloran having a bit of an edge for lead. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. They're both really good on lead as well. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah, definitely.
See how they go. They're both performing really well at the moment.
Yeah, they were only separated by 1 attempt in the boulder round.
Yeah.
So they're clearly really close there.
Yeah. And
Tom
I think
just inching out Tom O'Halloran, Tom Farrell. Inching out Tom O'Halloran in the speed. So super
they're definitely pretty similar. Yeah.
Other male lead competitors that we need to be watching. What do you think?
Yep, Campbell is really good on lead.
Yeah, he had a good boulder round.
Yeah.
For not his preferred discipline, he had a great one of only 3 to top all 4 problems. Used a lot of attempts, but really good.
That's okay.
Good round.
As long as you get the tops.
Yeah.
But yeah, he'll come out on lead, hoping to do well. And I think so will James.
Yeah.
You can see James.
Yeah.
Getting up there as well, and Chase.
Yeah. Chase was 3rd, I believe, in overall in last year's 2019. Is that right? Am I remembering
in
that
nationals,
right?
Yeah.
So he could definitely move up really quickly in the rankings. But all 8 of these men will be moving through to the finals tomorrow. So this is really about placing and seeding them for that. which is
Yeah,
still
it's going to be
important.
really interesting.
Yeah. Hugo Hornshaw's interesting climber, young, I believe the youngest of the male competitors
Yeah.
today, and really improved in the past couple of years. Hopefully, we'll see lots from him in the next couple of years.
Yeah, and I think he does prefer lead too.
Yeah,
So we could see him get quite high up on this route.
yeah, definitely. All right, the previews are all done. So that means that very shortly we should be seeing our first competitors come out. We can keep the results cycling through as we wait for our first competitors, but they should be coming out any moment. I unfortunately don't have a running order, so I'm not exactly sure who's coming out first. So, one moment, I'll be right back, and I'll get that. All right, the running order is on its way, so we should be underway shortly. I see the first athlete tying in. In the meantime, we can take another lovely shot of Sydney Harbour. Feel free to jump in and say hi to us in the live chat as well. If you have questions, I make no guarantees about whether or not we'll be able to answer them, but we'll try our best. All right. So it looks like on the ladies' side, we'll have Roxy Perry, bib number 1, coming out first. And for the men, Hugo Hornshaw, bib number 12.
We can see them on the side there, getting ready to come out.
They're tied in, shoes are on, chalks on their hands. I think we're going to get started any moment
Bit
now.
of liquid chalk as well, we hope.
We're following strict COVID-safe principles here. You would have seen a quick shot of Carly and myself without our masks, but we're in a designated no-mask zone, so we can be nice and clear to you guys. But everyone else here, other than the competitors, are wearing masks, and competitors only when they're on the wall. Spectators are also limited in the facility, and that's why we know the live stream is so important, because I know a lot of you guys would have been in here cheering everyone on today. Jackson Kleins asks, is loose chalk allowed? Yes, I believe loose chalk is allowed.
Yeah, for a national competition we can allow a loose chalk.
We have some Campbell Harrison fans in the live stream.
Some Kiwis coming up.
Yeah, lots of Kiwis. Cheering for our 2 Kiwi athletes, Chase and Cirrus.
Got Roxy out.
Yeah, Roxy is up for her 45-second preview. And I see Hugo also moving to the base of his route. Hopefully they'll be really nice and coordinated for us as they move up the wall.
Yeah, yeah.
And Roxy on her way. And Hugo following quickly behind. So just a couple questions about our running order and all the competitors. So unfortunately, we did have some last-minute dropouts from the competition because of the COVID situation that has recently developed in northern Sydney. We did have some athletes who made the decision to not compete at the last minute. This was because there was a risk that to then go back home, they would have to be in quarantine for 14 days. Those 14 days would, of course, include Christmas and New Year's. So tough decision, I'm sure, and an understandable decision. But we're happy that we can keep the competition going and figure out who's going to head to Tokyo.
Roxy's just getting through this crimpy section. And up into the steep section, she might get a few nicer holds.
Yeah.
Hugo
Both
having
athletes taking a bit of a opportunity to shake out before they head into the steeper section. Hugo seemed like he moved through that bottom section.
Yeah, that was quite quick.
Easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Hugo does move quite fast.
Yeah.
Just coming into that steep section.
Nice temps today. It was a bit humid the last couple of days, but
yesterday we were climbing like around 32 degrees. Now it's 23, so the holds will feel a little bit different.
Yeah.
I think it's, someone's asked what holds they're climbing on. The men are on E-grips and the women are on Wata.
Ah, yeah.
So very, very different types of holds.
Yeah, definitely. Wata is sort of known for their crimps and the small edges.
Yeah, yeah.
And E-grips, they're big, huge shapes.
Big Wacos, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Looks like Roxy moving out of the steeper section and Hugo onto the arete, getting a bit of a rest.
Roxy's up into that middle section. She gets a little bit different holds to what she was on before. Because we've only only had to set for these guys, and normally at a national event we're setting like 15 different routes for different categories. It's been really nice to have the whole wall to work with, and so these routes do wander and take up quite a few meters rather than the straight up 15-meter route.
Yeah. To just really be able to focus on just a small number of routes rather than have to put up so many.
Yeah.
You can really take your time and test and analyze every move.
Yeah. And we're using like different parts of the wall that we don't normally use because we can wander a bit more. And
Yeah. Oh, Roxy just coming off before that last steep section, but a good attempt there from
yeah, that was good.
Roxy. Pretty much 3/4 of the way up. Hugo with the double knee bar, really taking advantage.
Yeah, sneaky knee bar. Good rest for this next section.
Is he getting a double hand rest there, or is he doing one at a time?
Just one at a time. It's probably not too comfortable to let go.
Yeah, he'll have some bruises on his thighs.
Yeah. I don't think that foothold's too solid to let go. But now he's out and...
Hugo getting really high on this quali route. Two or three moves away from a top. Good effort there from Hugo.
That was great. That was quite high up on the route.
So next up for the ladies, we'll have Mia Uida heading out. And for the men, Ned Middlehurst. Some comments about the Tetris-like artwork on the men's route.
Yeah, they're actually those features are made in-house.
Nice.
They do look super cool.
If you play Tetris like that, though, I think you're
you've gone.
So well.
Yeah, you're at the top of the screen.
Yeah. Otis asking how the running order for lead was determined. I'm actually not too sure how the running order for today was determined.
I think it's based on world ranking.
Yeah, world ranking. There you go. Thanks, Carly.
And then national ranking, and then randomized.
Got it.
Yeah.
Mia off the ground. But tomorrow, of course, the order which they're climbing will be in reverse order from their qualification.
Yeah.
Today.
From their overall ranking or each discipline?
That's a good question. I think from each discipline, but I'm not totally sure about.
I think it's each discipline. Yeah.
For speed, I know that's how they're matched up from their speed ranking, but I'm actually not 100% sure of the folder. But I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. Well, someone's asking about grades. It's always a tricky one to give in a comp route.
Yeah.
Because the route does work through a few different grades. I think the ladies' route will probably you'll be definitely looking around 27, 28. getting up to the top at about 28. Men's maybe about 30.
Ned making short work of the bottom section. Good to see.
He's decided to climb in his mask.
Oh, yeah, that's true, actually.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Wonder if he's realised he's still got it on.
I wonder if he's realized that.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just being COVID considerate for his fellow competitors.
He is, yes. Each competitor has their own allocated rope as well. Someone's commented that I've probably sandbagged the route. Probably, yes, I have. Pretty good at doing that. Oh, he's just ripped the mask off.
Ah, there you go.
Next will be the shirt.
He went for the drama.
Yeah.
It means that he was just warming up on that section. Now he's ready to turn it on.
He's just come into that middle section, which is not as overhanging as the first and the last. Fighting through the slopes.
Yeah.
Those features in that middle section don't have footholds as well, so it's a bit of a boulder section. The time limit for each climber is 6 minutes.
Yeah, I believe it's 6 minutes.
Yeah. Same again in the finals.
It shouldn't. Do you think that's going to play a factor at all? I mean, there's that knee bar rest.
Yeah, I think the climbers need to. They're always aware of that kind of thing. A lot of them do climb with watches, so they should know their time. These routes are a little bit longer, so they will need to keep moving.
Apologies, I transitioned the camera right as Mia was struggling there. Not my best timing.
Not sure why that person means that ducky hold.
Not sure.
Not sure.
Ned's found the knee bar. Let's see how much he gets back.
Proving to be quite a good rest there.
Yeah. Ned, of course, one of the Victorian athletes who had to keep training during the 16-week lockdown that we had in Victoria. Challenging to keep the fitness going in those circumstances, but it does look like the Victorian athletes are doing a good job. Ned just coming off. Good effort from Ned there.
Yeah, the purple route does step up after that knee bar.
So next up, we're going to have Ben Abel on the men's route and Siobhan Doby on the women's route. just a question about what route will be the finals route. So no, these are the quali routes, so they will be different routes for finals. You think the finals route are gonna challenge the men's?
Yeah, definitely.
And do you have plans tonight? Will you kind of take feedback from this
Yeah,
afternoon and see if you need to make any
yeah.
adjustments?
We're definitely looking at the results. It's really cool being able to sit here and watch this, and we can actually like replay it. But it's a good gauge for the routes. We'll get the routes up, and we'll probably even hop on them again, fill them out, know how they went today.
Yeah.
Definitely jump back up on the boulders and go from there. Got Siobhan moving through those crimps.
And Ben just coming out as well.
Siobhan's up into the steep section now. Yeah, generally the finals will be a lot harder than the qualies. And in this combined format, because they only get one qualifier and then a final, it's harder to set. Normally you have two qualifiers, so
Yeah.
you can have like a little bit of a softer one and a harder one.
More opportunities to sort of split them up.
That's right, but yeah, the final is going to be what counts tomorrow.
When you're setting for combined format, do you try to think about what impact the previous rounds have had on them, or?
Yeah, and how the competitors, like before lead, these guys that was their third warm up today.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
they've been through that process quite a few times, so they're going to be a little bit tighter than what they would normally be in a lead comp.
Yeah. Good effort from Siobhan.
And tomorrow will be the same again. By the time they get in onto their lead final,
You've had a really rich history competing yourself. How much do you use your competition experience in your setting?
yeah, I think I've been setting for competitions longer than I was competing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know, it's
Maybe
just
setting
different.
has changed a lot.
Yeah,
since,
settings changed. Yeah, like I didn't climb on routes like this. You know, they were definitely old school holds, no volumes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then not quite making it to the knee bar final, knee bar rest there. So a little lower than Ned and Hugo, but it's probably not his preferred discipline, hey?
No, lead would be his third discipline, I reckon.
Yeah.
Someone's just commented us how high the walls are. These are 15-meter walls. With the roots wandering a little bit, we probably pushed it out to about 18.
Yeah. All right, next up we've got Leah Jeffries coming out for the women's route. And we'll have James Cassé out on the men's.
Yeah, our setting team has like a huge range of just answering one of the questions. We've got quite a few boulder setters, as well as just kind of lead setters. So we have a fair range of ability in terms of setting.
Yeah, yeah. In order to set a route that separates the athletes fairly, you really need that diversity in your setting team.
Yeah.
People who are good at climbing slabs and bad at climbing slabs
Yeah,
and
yeah. We
overhanging,
definitely have
all that
that
kind of stuff.
in this team.
Yeah.
Me being the person that can't
Who's the
climb slab.
What's
Yeah.
that?
Emma's the slab climber.
She's
Yeah.
the slab queen.
Yeah. And it's also been great having two females on the team. So we can definitely keep trying those female routes and making sure they're really good for that category.
Yeah, that's one of the things that's really changed. I've noticed in the setting scene in Australia in the last 2-3 years is a lot more female setters.
Yeah.
You were probably the lone female setter for a really, really long time.
I was, but there was other females setting. They just didn't set for comps. So
yeah.
But now a lot of people, don't mind jumping in, giving it a go. Yeah. It's pretty intimidating setting for a competition, but I think when people give it a go, they'd be.
Yeah. And are you finding more you're seeing those female setters get interested in comp setting as well, or?
No, it's still a slow
process.
Yeah. If there's anyone out there keen, come and let me know. We need to.
Carly will help you out. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'll help you out.
that's a pretty awesome offer.
I think one of.
I would take that up if I were a novice.
Me and Emma would really love to have an all-female national set. That would be cool.
James making his way up the Lego block beginning. And it looks like... what's just happened to Leah there? I think I might have missed what happened to Leah.
Something happened?
Yeah, not sure. We'll have to look at the review for that, but I guess we're going to focus on James as he moves into the...
James is cruising along here.
Yeah.
Get through this bit. There we go. Someone's just commented that she slipped on the start.
No. Probably some nerves in play this weekend. This comp has been, there's been build up to this comp for so long now.
It's been such a build up to this event.
Yeah.
I think Leah also has done her HSC this year, so that's added a little bit more pressure than.
Be quite a year to get that done this year as well.
Yeah,
so, yeah, lots
crazy.
going on. We do have Ella, who has just started. One moment, and I will get that view up for you guys.
James is just hanging out in that rest, getting ready for that last suction up the arete, out the roof and up the arete.
Well, James is looking close to a top.
Up that.
Big cross finish here with the heel. Nice.
Cruises to the top.
Yeah. Great work from James there. our first top on men's. What do you think? Are we going to see some more tops on the men's route?
Yeah, I think we're going to see a couple more.
You think the humidity and the setting in the temps might have played a role in the difficulty there?
Yeah, it could have, but also we didn't want to set something that was ridiculously hard
Yeah.
for the qualifiers. That's what we have the finals route for.
Yeah.
It was definitely very humid in here the last 3 days.
I can attest to that. Yesterday, running around putting up cameras.
Yeah.
I got it was made much more difficult by the conditions, and I wasn't setting a grade 30 route, so
Yeah.
I can imagine what that was like for you guys.
Just we've had a fair bit of rain as well, so it was very spooky.
Yeah. We got Tom Farrell at the bottom of his route. Ella working through the
pinches,
big feet, and the pinches.
I think Ella might have been another year 12 student.
Oh yeah.
That's just finished school.
Tough year.
Oh.
Some commentary from Ella as she came off the wall there.
Yeah. Realized what she'd said and apologized. Bit of a tricky hold there where she came off. It was a little bit comfortable. So we decided to put a blocker in there. You can't quite see it.
Ella, one of the higher ranked girls from the previous 2 rounds this afternoon. So, so far that's a high point on that route. So I think she'll be sitting pretty well for tomorrow.
I think Roxy was just around there too, but maybe one hold lower.
Yeah, I think you're right. And Battle of the Toms playing out on the men's route, or the first half of the Battle of the Toms. Tom Farrell with a slight edge moving in to this lead round with 2 ranking points versus Tom O'Halloran's 3 ranking points.
Yeah, he's climbing pretty comfortable here. He'll get that rest.
Into the knee bar, Tom Farrell goes. Next up on the ladies' route, we've got Angie Scarth-Johnson just tying in. Oh, good hold there from Tom Farrell, but he's fighting. Let's see if he can get over this lip, get established onto the head wall. Come on, Tom. Yeah, good battle.
That was good.
Does leave an opening there for Tom O'Halloran.
It does, yeah. Someone's just asked about the yellow holds. They are dual texture. Wattar are pretty famous for that. And some of the E-grips are also dual texture.
Yeah, they're sort of portions on those big pocket holds
Yeah,
that are.
some are. And some of those ones over the lip there they're using
Mm.
a dual texture as well.
Oh yeah. We got Angie just leaving the ground. This is really where Angie can put some pressure on Oceania Mackenzie. Let's see what she can do on this yellow route.
Yeah, I'd say lead is Angie's preferred discipline.
Mm-hmm. She's really so experienced in lead, especially, taking the outdoor experience.
Yeah,
And
she's
applying it to that
crusher on rocks. So.
Yeah, applying it to the indoor scene. I think, especially in the last couple of years, she's really maturing as an athlete. Really, really awesome to see.
Yeah,
We've got such a great up and coming, strong contingent of young women ready to storm the international scene.
yeah, she's young. She's got a lot of years ahead of her.
Next up on the men's route, we have Chase Gatlin, our sole New Zealand competitor. He's just about to pull on the wall. As we mentioned earlier, Chase had a really good showing at Australian Nationals here in 2019. He's actually, although a New Zealand resident, of course, a New Zealand citizen, he's a Sydney resident.
Yes.
Does he come here and climb regularly, or?
The lead up to the comp he has, but I think he lives on the other side of Sydney, so he's not here too regularly, but he does a lot of, him and his partner Siobhan, they're always out on rock climbing and they do a lot.
I think Angie's now moving into high point territory on the yellow route.
That's definitely a high point.
Mm-hmm.
Seems pretty comfortable up there.
Yeah.
She's pretty comfortable on the steep sections.
Easy cross for her there.
These couple of last crimps are pretty small.
Oh, just a foot slip.
Yeah.
She was looking so comfortable. She did that cross.
Yeah.
With like so much control. Just looked
Those
like her
dual
left
text
foot. Yeah,
coming into play there.
Is that I think her left foot was on that middle small triangle. Is that lower jib on that triangle dual text? Little
No,
freaky
yeah,
thing,
it was, yeah. I think all the Watars, most of them are dual text.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Have a bit of at least a portion. Anyways, that is a very clear high point from Angie. So we'll see. I think it'll be interesting to see how Lucy does on that route. Fall from Chase there, maybe a bit lower than he was hoping.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of nerves out there today.
Yeah, that's right.
I think tomorrow they might be a bit more comfortable and.
Yeah. Didn't quite find the clipping position, I think.
We had pretty good splits in the boulder, so I think the set was pretty good.
Yeah.
We'll see how the lead goes.
Yeah. So next up on the women's route, we've got Cirrus Tan, our sole female New Zealand competitor. And for the men, Tom O'Halloran, second half of the Battle of the Toms. So far just one top on the men's route from James Cassay. Really closely followed by a top from Tom Farrell. I think 2 moves away. Let's see what Tom O'Halloran can do.
Ned was quite high up on that roof section as well.
Yeah.
And Hugo was...
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about Hugo. It seems a while ago now, but that was a really great first go on the roof from Hugo Hornshaw. Moved quickly through that steep section.
Yeah,
I think trying to
Tom's
conserve
moving.
some energy.
It's looking pretty comfortable.
Now Cirrus moving through her steep section as well. Just as Tom gets into under the roof.
Tom's been training down here at Villawood quite a bit.
Yeah.
On the wall and on the speed route as well. Also bouldering at most of the boulder gyms in Sydney.
Yeah. Cirrus just coming off her route, not quite making it through that steep section, I believe. But great effort from her.
Didn't take too long in that rest.
Yeah.
Wants to keep moving.
Yeah, not taking as long as a knee bar rest as Hugo or James did.
Nice. He's definitely
Looks like
going
he
to
is
keep
fighting.
going, yeah.
He is really fighting here.
I think
Come on,
he's...
Tom. It's going to be a real close battle between him and Tom Farrell.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
I can't remember exactly what Tom Farrell did.
That was pretty similar.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
similar. Yeah. We're only one male competitor away from finishing up. Maybe let's take a quick squiz at the provisional results there. I don't think, there we go. So yeah, Tom O'Halloran ahead by a plus on that.
Yep.
Currently tied for first place on ranking points in 6th place. So I think Campbell can throw a bit of a loop into that. For the women, we still have 2 competitors left, but that's our provisional results. So Angie, as we mentioned, with the high point at 39. And in 2nd place, Siobhan Doby. So we've got Lucy Out.
I think lead would be Lucy's preferred discipline as well.
Yeah.
So should be
She came down a bit early to train
yeah,
as well.
she's been down here maybe for a month,
Okay. Yeah.
traveling between all the different gyms, training.
Yeah.
Tried to convince her to come out on rock one day, but she was like, no, got to go to the gym and train.
Saving the skin. She's a veteran of the Australian comp scene now.
Yeah, I think she went to World Youths the first year she could.
Yeah.
So she's been competing for a number of years now.
Yeah. Campbell's also now left the ground. Let's see how he can shake up the rankings for the men's. Also his preferred discipline.
Yeah. Competed through the juniors as well
Yeah, that's right.
to World Youths.
It's great to see a lot of the youth athletes continuing on into the open category. I think the Australian comp scene for a long time we saw a lot of, really strong youth climbers drop off and kind of keep on going. with it.
Once they aged out, yeah.
Yeah. Lucy Campbell, really great examples of that. Lucy getting established above the steep section.
Lucy's moving quite fast, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Campbell just about to head on to the first steep section of his route. Campbell climbing really confidently through that first steep section.
Yeah, it's moving quite fast.
Yeah, and Luce taking the opportunity to rest.
Lucy having a bit of a shakeout on those pinches. Now she's moving. Is Lucy at that
Yeah,
previous high point?
Yeah, I think she's just moving past Siobhan's point. So probably with the next hold, she'll move into provisional second and lead
Yep.
and start to press into Angie's lead.
Campbell's just gone
Campbell,
past the
yeah,
rest. He's out on the...
Yeah. You almost missed that clip.
Yeah. Didn't choose to clip in the rest.
Yeah, that might cost him. Oh,
Lucy's up into those crimps.
yeah.
This is where Angie...
Yeah, where her
So-
foot popped.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
pretty similar.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that'll be separated. Campbell just with a couple errors in the roof section there, but looking really strong on those in the lower section. Really good separation with the men's.
Yeah.
One top.
One top.
Yeah.
It's almost perfect.
Yeah. Congrats. I don't think you need to do any adjustment.
No, that's it. That's the final.
Crack a beer.
Done. If we get shut down, this is it. No, there'll be no shutting down.
Yeah.
We're going on.
Yeah.
We're pushing in.
Gladys gave us the go ahead.
She did. She called us up. So Lucy got 40 plus, and Angie got the 39.
Got it. And
So-
so we are just waiting for Osh Mackenzie.
One more climber.
Yeah, and then qualification day one of these 2020 combined Oceania Championships is all wrapped up. Just while we're waiting for
some results.
Osh, we can take a look at the women's results there. So yes, Lucy is in provisional first from the lead, and Angie in second. The men's is completed. So it looks like Tom. Oh, we have a tie. But given that Tom O'Halloran has beaten Tom Farrell in 2 of the disciplines, that means that he will be ranked ahead of Tom Farrell.
So yeah, that's how that works. Yeah, wow.
Yeah, really going to be an interesting day tomorrow. James Cassay nipping at their heels, and challenging them there. All right, we're going to go to the bottom of the yellow climb for Osh's
last climber of the day. Would you say lead is Oceania's preferred discipline, or?
I wouldn't say that anymore. I think bouldering would probably be her preferred discipline. Yeah. She has a long history in lead.
And she's doing really well on speed as well.
We'll have to ask her tomorrow.
Yeah.
And yeah, she has put in a ton of work on the speed route the last couple of years. Really, she's seems to be really enjoying the speed route as well and the speed training, and putting up some really good times.
Yeah, she's moving quite quickly past that middle section.
Yeah.
Let's take a little shake out.
Here we go into that top steep section. Let's given these climbers some challenges. Just finding those clipping positions. Those would be strenuous clipping positions on that angle after all that climbing.
Yeah, especially the dual text holds.
Yeah.
Just into this final second last move.
Yeah. That's high point, I believe, on the route.
Yep.
And a top from Osh Mackenzie. Great end to day one of these Oceania Continentals. Well set routes.
Yeah,
tops,
one each
route.
That was pretty good.
Time to crack the champagne, I think.
Yeah, I think so. We just got a few routes to set tonight, and I think we might crack the champagne tomorrow night.
Yeah, that sounds good. Let's take a final one last look at the results for the men as we wait for OSHA's score to come in, which is clearly a top. But rounding out the top three, we have Ben Abel in fourth, Campbell Harrison in fifth, Chase Gatlin sixth, Ned Middlehurst in 7th, and Hugo Hornshaw in 8th. So all 8 men are heading through to tomorrow's final, but those placements and seeding are going to be really important, not just for you know, who they're paired up against in the speed, for example, but also the psychological game.
Yeah, and they will use the today's results as a count back if we need to.
Yeah, that's right. Then for the women, I mean, a clear favorite going into tomorrow for Osh McKenzie, really kind of putting her all-around climbing ability on display for us today. In second place, Siobhan Dobie. Did you expect that?
Yeah, I think so. She's been training pretty hard, and she's definitely had big gains this year.
Yeah. And in third place, Ella Easton. She had a really great morning, especially with speed and boulder. Yeah, what do you? I don't know Ella so well. What do you think of Ella's chances tomorrow?
Well, yeah, I think she can definitely put step up to it. She's quite good on the speed route as well, so.
Yeah, definitely. Angie Scarth-Johnson, maybe not the day that she wanted, but I don't think we really saw her full potential on that lead route.
Yeah, I think today was just a bit nerves.
Yeah.
I think once she kind of gets in tomorrow, I think she'll give it a real crack.
Yeah, sounds good. Then rest of our athletes, Lucy Stirling in 5th, Mia Wida in 6th, Leah Jeffries in 7th with a big slip on her lead route early on the route. Obviously, I think we could see more for her on the lead tomorrow.
I think so, yeah.
Cirrus Tan, our New Zealand athlete in the female round, also squeaking through. Unfortunately, we've got Roxy Perry, who won't be climbing in our final tomorrow.
Yeah, it's a real shame that one person doesn't go through.
Yeah.
But
Roxy's also a veteran of the comp climbing scene. She happens to also be a director of Sport Climbing Australia.
Yep.
And a budding setter.
Yeah.
So she's got a lot on her plate.
Yeah, I did say to her the other day that it would be handy to have her on the team. So
yeah. Maybe I'm going to try to convince her to come into the commentary box tomorrow.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, it should be great.
She can talk about a lot of things on being a SCA director, setter, and competitor.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, everybody, for joining us today.
Thanks, everyone.
It was, I think, a really good day, and I think the live stream has gotten better over the course of the day, able to do little jobs in between the stream to make things a little better. So thanks for everyone's patience, putting up with us, and hopefully
see you tomorrow
with some insight. And I'm expecting you back in the commentary booth tomorrow. Probably.
Yeah, I'm up for it.
Awesome.
It was fun.
Thanks, everyone, and we will see you tomorrow.
See you later.